out there. This is Shireen from NuYu Voices Emerged, and welcome back to our podcast. I am in the process of trying to hem my pants. As you can see, I've kind of got all this stuff laid out. And I used to watch my mom as she sewed as a kid. When I was a kid, excuse me, when I was a kid, I used to watch her sew. She would whip up a pencil skirt, and she would sew from patterns, and she would make matching outfits for her and I. So I was amazed by that, and so I said, you know what? I'm gonna take it up. I'm gonna look into it. So, but what happened to me, to why I began, is because I was in a season of uncertainty. Life, it was messy, like kind of how everything is right now is messy. It can be messy, but in that, some beautiful, amazing things can happen. In uncertainty, I realized that it breeds creativity. It breeds innovation. I find myself doing things that on the other side, I didn't do before I was in this season of uncertainty. And the thing that happened for me was that I thought, okay, this is just going to happen for a little bit, just a few months. But this ended up happening for years. I am still somewhat in that, not knowing what's getting ready to happen on the road ahead. And that can be scary sometimes, not knowing what's going to happen. But then there's a beauty that happens in creativity. I didn't realize that there were some things that I could do. At one point, my husband is a retired Navy, right? So he wanted a blanket showing, aircraft carrier Navy. So I made a blanket. Now, it was just supposed to be a throw, mind you. But this blanket, by the time I got done with it, it can stretch across, a king size bed. Okay? So that's the beauty in creativity. I didn't know what I was doing. I did not have an iota, an idea at all. But I knew my husband wanted this blanket, and I wanted to do something for him. We've been married 32 years. And so I said, you know what? Retired Navy, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try my hand at it. And it worked. It worked. So on this end, I have another blanket. We've had this blanket. My mother bought this for us when we first got married 32 years ago. Still have it. I have my children's, like my sons graduated from Elizabeth City State, and I have a daughter. Oh my goodness, she played volleyball. This was her number back in the day. And so I'm going to take all these pieces and I'm going to attach this blanket. I'm going to make a memory blanket, something that we will have as I'm trying to figure out how to hem these pants. But I just want to urge you, I want to admonish you on today. If you're dealing with uncertainty, sit for a moment. Let God speak to you, or whatever higher power you assign to. But let it speak. Let God speak and give you that direction. What's the next step for me? And sometimes it's just taking that step. And you're standing there and waiting. And some of the most beautiful, most amazing, phenomenal opportunities, doors will open for you. Sometimes we are just one try away from something that will change our lives completely. So we just keep going. We keep going. And we keep smiling at it. Even though sometimes it's hard and it's scary. But that very one thing that you are afraid to do may be the very thing that you need to do that will actually change the trajectory of your life. So, with that being said, I just admonish you on today. If you're sitting in uncertainty, let it breathe. See what it is that's going to be for you. Try your hand at something different. My husband wrote a book. And in the process of him writing a book, I was able to ghostwrite and help him with that book. There are a few other crazy things I found myself doing over this past year because I just had the opportunity to just sit. So, until next time, I just admonish you to hang in there and allow your voice to emerge.